Good morning, all. This class is about journal entries which are pertaining to consignment. So, here in today's class, you will be learning, dear students, the journal entries in the books of consignor. Like you all know, there are two parties in consignment. One is consignor, the other one is consigning. Consignor is the owner of the goods, owner, and consignee is the seller, actual seller who is selling the products, the agent who is working on behalf of the consignor. Okay, so here we'll be learning today. I'll be teaching you how to write the journal entries in the books of consignor. Now, from these journal entries, you all know the next step is preparation of ledger. So, here in consignment, 3 accounts you will all have to prepare. First one will be consignment account. Because consignor is the owner, he or she is doing this business obviously to make profit. So to know whether they got actual profit or loss on this consignment, they'll be preparing consignment account. The next account will be of the consignee. Consignor in his books of accounts will prepare the account of consignee. The agent has to know what are the expenses the consignor is supposed to pay, how much commission the consignor is supposed to pay, and also consignor will come to know how much amount actually after sales consignee has to remit. Consignee has to pay back to the consignor. And the last account will be goods sent on consignment. This is one account which you will be preparing to know exactly how much goods have been sent by the consignor, and also to prepare our final accounts. So we'll have to show this in our final accounts, and this will be transferred to trading and profit and loss. Because goods sent on consignment, it is because these goods are taken from the purchases, so it will be shown in the purchases category, that is the trading account of the organization. So these are the 3 accounts, children. Whatever we are going to write now, it's going to be related to consignment, consignee, and also the goods sent on consignment. Okay, to begin with our journal entries, I have already put the heading journal entries in the books of consignor. We have the particulars, ledger folio, amount in rupees, and amount in rupees I have taken. Now, yesterday in the cycle, I hope you all remember it. The first journal entry was when the goods are sent on consignment. Okay, so goods are sent on consignment. Goods are sent on consignment. Okay, whenever the owner is, selling the goods, whenever goods from his organization is going out, what do? We write it as cash account debited to goods account. Right? Now, what is happening? But here, are we really getting cash? Is the owner really getting cash? No. The cash has to still come. Come through what? Come through the sales which is done as a part of our consignment. So that is why it will be written as consignment account debited. And how we are going to, where the goods have gone? Goods which are sent on consignment. Instead of goods, we'll write goods sent on consignment account. Okay, and in the brackets you'll write being the goods sent on consignment. Being the goods sent on consignment. You can also treat it as the purchases, because consignment is the purchase account. We have purchased them. I mean, we are sending a part of our goods to the consignment, and because the goods are going out, being real account, we have credited it. So this is how your first entry will be, dear students. See to it that whatever journal entries I am explaining today, you'll all will learn, and on Monday you'll have an oral test, and as well as I'll see if I can conduct a written test, because being online I'm not sure how written test will go on. So I will prefer, yes, oral test. Randomly I'll pick the students, dear students. So see to it that during this weekend you prepare yourself well with these journal entries, and also the accounts I'll forward it to you. various three accounts. Just now I have said consignment, consignee, and goods sent on consignment account. Accounts are very easy, dear students. You know how to post from journal to ledger accounts. So that was our first entry. The second entry will be, as per the cycle, the expenses which are borne by the consignor. So whenever there are expenses, how do we write? Expenses account debited to cash or bank account. Yes? Yes. So, but here expenses on what we have got? Expenses on consignment we have put. That is why journal entry will come as consignment account debited to cash or bank. So, this is how your journal entry will be: consignment account debited. Either the expenses are paid in cash or through check account. Okay, within brackets you'll write being expenses incurred, or say being the expenses met by consigning. Being expenses met by consignor, sorry. It's consignor. Yes, consignor's expenses also will come, but little later. Alright, so there goes our expenses which are paid by the consignor. Because he has paid it on consignment, we have debited that, and because cash is going out from him, so we have credited it. The next entry is when the advance is received. Who is paying advance here? Consignee is paying advance. So whenever the owner is receiving that advance, how will the entry come? Cash or bank account debited to consignee. Consignee being the personal account, because he is the giver, we will credit him. But here in advance, either the consignor will get cash, bank, or bills receivable account. Now I'll tell you what is bills receivable. Children, whenever purchase and sales is done, you all know that either we do cash sales or cash purchases, or credit transaction is done. Okay, so here bill of exchange is a credit instrument, just like check, when you can pay check and receive things. Likewise, this bill is signed by both the parties, the buyer and the seller. Here seller is consignor, so he is supposed to receive the amount on the bill. But when we are writing journal entries in the books of consignee, because he has to pay the bill, we'll write it as bills payable. Okay, so here advance can be received in three types. One is cash, bank, or bills receivable account. Okay, bills receivable account. 2. Who is paying this amount? Who is paying this advance? It is consignee. So we'll write it as consignee's account. Okay, the amount is put, being the advance received. Who has received it? Consignor has received it. We are writing journal entries in the books of consignor, so we'll write it as being the advance received. Likewise, when we are writing the journal entry in the books of consignee, we'll write it as advance paid. Alright, so that was about your third journal entry, dear students. The fourth journal entry is when this bill is discounted with the bank. This in very detail you will be learning in bills of exchange, dear students, but here just for an idea about it, I am telling you this. Bill of exchange, this instrument which I said you can use it for credit purchase or sales, like we use checks. This is a very valid document which you can go give it in the bank and take the amount. For example, there is a seller A and buyer B is there. Both of buyer doesn't have amount, so he agreed with A that let us write a bill and I'll pay you this 10,000 amount in 3 months. Okay, now A wanted the amount immediately, but he can't wait for 3 months. What he'll do is he'll go to the bank and he will give that bill to the bank, and he will say that because I'm in need of money, can you please keep this bill and give me the amount on that. It is a very valid document. After 3 months, you will receive this amount from Mr. B. So now what bank will do is, bank will put a condition that okay, I'll give you the amount, but in what way is it beneficial to me? So what the Mr. A will say that okay, you take some percentage of discount from it and give me rest of the amount. For example, let us say that on 10,000 bill, if they have agreed for 20%, if bank is taking 20%, it means 2,000 amount will be taken up by the bank and Mr. A will get 8,000 amount. So this is how bank is being benefited over there. When after 3 months, when he is collecting the amount from Mr. B is 10,000, but how much is he giving to Mr. A? 8,000. Okay, so that is how this entry will be passed. So when this consignor is getting his bill discount, he is getting check or cash, let us say bank account debited, and what is going out from him? The bills receivable, the document on which he is supposed to receive the bill. He is giving it to the bank and receiving the amount on that. Okay, so what is the amount? I said 10,000. How much he received? 8,000. What is the difference amount? 2,000. Where did it go? It went for discount, which is an expense to the owner. That is why we also debit discount account. So this is how your journal entry will come. Okay, within brackets, being the bill discounted with the bank. Being the bill discounted with the bank. Okay, yesterday you have seen first one was goods when they are sent for consignment. Then you have seen the expenses paid by the consignor. After that, advance. These two entries are pertaining to the advance, dear students. And next one we have is when the expenses are paid by consignee. So consignee, when consignee is paying, what is happening? Consignee is paying like cash. Consignee is paying amount like, because he is the giver, we'll credit first. It will be more clear to you when I explain you in this way. To consignee account, because he is the giver. What is he giving? He is paying the expenses. Expenses again, they are incurred on what? Consignment. These are common general entries, dear students. You have to think logically. Who is giving, who is receiving? Is the cash in, out, or in different ways? Alright, so here goes the next journal entry. Okay, within brackets you will write being the expenses met by the consignee or incurred by the consignee. Alright, so after this, what happens next? Both the parties have borne all the expenses and all. Now actual sales will take place. So when goods are sold, how does the journal entry come? Cash account debited to goods account. But here, have we received the cash yet? Has the consignor received the cash? No. Who's still holding the cash? It is still with the consignee. So we will debit consignee's account. And on what are we receiving this cash? On what this cash has to come to the consignor? It is because of the consignment. This income is coming to the owner because of consignment account. So this is how the entry will come. So you'll write being sales reported by consignee. So these are the first 6 journal entries. Followed are the remaining. You have another 6 to go. Alright, have a look again. Journal entries in the books of consignor. First, when goods are sent, the goods are going out of the business. We have credited. Where are they going? They are going as a part of consignment. Now next, cash and bank, the expenses which the owner is putting on this consignment. Like I said, unloading charges, insurance, transportation. On what he is bearing all these expenses? Consignment. Next, consignee, when he or she pays the advance to the owner, the cash, bank or a bill will be coming. Who is giving? Consignee is giving. In case if this bill is discounted with the bank, we'll get a little lesser amount than the amount in the bill, and rest of the amount which we haven't received, that will go under the heading of discount. Then the consignee's expenses. Consignee's cash is again going out. He's the giver of these expenses. So because expenses and incomes, we show it in consignment, so we are writing consignment account debited here. Then the sales which are reported, we are supposed to receive the cash. We haven't received it yet. The owner hasn't received it. The cash is still with the consignee. So consignee's account is debited. And how we are getting this account settlement? As a part of consignment. So these are the first 6 journal entries. So journal entry we have is about the commission. Journal entry number 7. So this is about commission, dear students. When we pay commission, how do we, commission is an expense which the owner has to pay. So when we pay commission, how do we write the journal entry? Commission account debited to cash account, right? So here commission we are paying on what? We are paying it on our consignment. So consignment account will be debited instead of commission. And what is going out? Cash. Who is actually supposed to receive this cash on commission? Who is the receiver? It is the consignee. That is why consignee's account will be credited. And within brackets you will write being the commission paid to consignee. Whatever journal entry you are writing, you have to think in the point of view of the consignment, and then you will have to write. Let us put the amounts as well. Debit column and credit amount. Okay. And the next journal entry will be about the unsold stock. Now this unsold stock means the stock which is left out, which is not sold. So to whom does it belong? Who has to get it? The consignor has to get it. Stock being real account, debit what comes in? Consignment stock account. And this stock is coming in because of what? Because of consignment account. Okay. Whatever stock we have sent, it is coming back. Coming back in the sense the leftover stock belongs to the owner. That is how you write this journal entry. And the description will be being the stock transferred to consignment account. Being the stock transferred to consignment account. Okay. So there it goes, the amounts. All right. The 9th journal entry. Now we have written every entry. After the sales is done, we paid the commission also. The unsold stock, how much stock is left out, that has again been posted in our consignment account. That still it is there for us. And at last we come to know whether we made profit or loss on this consignment. So you all know that profit and loss of the company, we transfer it to profit and loss account. Whatever profit and loss we are making on this consignment, and profit and loss account pro forma, if you remember, credit side we write all incomes and debit side we write the expenses. So in case if we are getting loss on consignment, it will be written on the debit side of profit and loss, and in case if we are getting profit on consignment, it will be written on the credit side of profit and loss. Because it is written on the credit side, we will have to credit profit and loss account. So this profit and loss, on what are we getting? We have got it because of our consignment. So that is why instead of writing profit account debited, we will write consignment. And where are we transferring it? To profit and loss account. So this is how you will write the entry in case if you get profit in consignment. So description will be being the profit transferred to profit and loss account. And then you will put the amount columns. All right, they were done, and here goes the amount Now the next entry will be regarding the loss when we are transferring the loss. Vice versa, profit and loss account debited. This loss has arisen because of our consignment. So the consignment account will be credited. Let us put the amounts. Description will be being the loss transferred to profit and loss account. Just like our depreciation chapter, in few questions they'll ask you to show the accounts along with the journal entries. At that time it's important that you should know all the journal entries, and once you know the journal entries, it's very clear how to prepare the account. It becomes even more easy. Or as per your convenience, you can do first you can learn the account and then frame the journal entries out of that. Okay, now profit and loss is also transferred. The next is settlement of the account. Settlement of the account means where the consignee after sales, he will be paying back whatever leftover amount is with him to the consignor, to the owner. Consignee, what he will do after selling whatever amount he is getting, he will deduct his commission from that, he will deduct all the expenses from that, and whatever amount is left to be remitted, that will be sent to the consignor. So consignor is receiving either cash, bank, or it could be a bill. So it will be bills receivable account. And who is the giver? Who is giving this amount? Consignee. So we will credit consignee's account. Whatever amount he or she is giving, we'll put that amount here in our journal entry, and description will be being the entry for being the balance amount which is reserved from our consignee. Balance amount received from consignee. So what does this balance amount means? After consignee has taken the amount towards his expenses and also amount towards his commission, the balance amount which is sent to the consignor when he or she receives, this is how you will put the journal entry. And here we have come to the last journal entry of our consignors. That will be for closing the goods sent on consignment. Goods which are sent on consignment, they are part of our sales activity, so they have to be shown in the trading account while preparing our final accounts. You all remember the trading account. Credit side, what do we show? All the sales activities, and the debit side we show all the activities which are related to the purchase in that particular organization. So goods sent on consignment account debited to trading account. Description will be being the goods sent on consignment. I'm just writing in short, goods sent on consignment transferred. You please don't do that. You will have to write it completely. Transferred to trading, or it is also called as purchase account. Purchases account. Whatever purchases and sales are done during that accounting year are shown in the trading account. And there we close our journal entries for consignor. I'll put a photo of all these journal entries. They are also there in your textbook, page number 88 and 89, I guess. Yes. No, it is 86 and 87, dear students. Page number 86 and 87 of your textbook. If you just go through them, you will find all these journal entries. So you will have to learn these journal entries. Very soon I'll show you the accounts, how to prepare out of it. The same journal entries will be transferred to accounts.